So yesterday, the Falcons ended up beating the Saints, but yet I don't feel the best about it.
Why? Why not? They won.
They won. It was a good divisional win. It somehow puts us a little bit back in the running, which is kind of crazy to think about.
They're on
the
a
Saints
streak
beat
right now.
The Buccaneers.
Streaking.
No, they lost to the Panthers.
A one streak.
They're on a one streak.
yeah,
They started up the streak.
They're on a one streak. It was a good win, but the biggest thing at the end for it is we blew a lead again. We didn't lose this game, which is fantastic. Thankfully, our offense kind of really helped us out there. But it was 24-6, and again, they came back and it was 25-4. And that's something we just can't do. I get, obviously, we had to run the ball. We had to try to run out the clock, but they were all over us. There were multiple sacks that happened where we were just trying to run the ball out and just kind of, and we could get nothing going. And that just lets these teams come back and just trot all over us because our defense isn't the hottest. Our defense did put a lot of pressure on Trevor Siemian, which was very good to see. I'm very excited to see that. Again, that's what they should do. He's not a starting quarterback. That's what their goal is out there. But Taysom Hill came in for like 2 plays, and I don't know why the Saints didn't keep him in, to be honest, because he had 2 huge passes down the field for good receptions, and then they took him out, and then the next play, Trevor Siemian got strip sacked, and we almost scored on that play. So it was kind of nutty that they did that, but I don't know. Like I said, it's just I'm happy to get the win, but yet at the end of it, I didn't feel good. I felt like, okay, well, if any team comes in here with a starting quarterback, we're going to get destroyed.
That's fair.
I mean, I don't know. I tell you, if I were you, I'd feel pretty freaking good about them beating the Saints.
Freaking
because
good.
I don't think many people thought they were going to beat the Saints.
No, nobody did.
I didn't.
Nobody did. But again, the thing is, they should have beaten the Saints because Trevor Siemian was in the quarterback.
He also beat the Bucs, though.
Huh?
He also beat the Bucs.
That's true. That is true. But again, I don't know. Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram, they were running all over us. It didn't really show, to be honest. They didn't score too much, but they had multiple 10-plus yard plays that, again, just in my opinion, shouldn't happen. I don't know.
So do you think this is one of those games that this year where it's like any team can beat anybody and kind of like a fluke thing where like the Jags are beating the Bills, or do you think it was like the Saints weren't there or the Falcons are there?
No, I don't necessarily think this is a fluke game. Like I said, they're division rivals. They do this all the time. They go back and forth with wins every year. We know each other. But again, it's just I don't like how close this game was for the lead that we had.
You guys are in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
They're the 7th seed right
there.
now. Yeah, they're in the 7th seed.
Yeah. Well, so are the Steelers.
That's right now. We have
I think
the same
Panthers
record
were
as the
too.
Steelers, right?
Huh? Yeah,
Right
the
now,
Steelers are in it right now.
Come
on now.
Good.
Come on now.
So,
Let's get it.
and
Panthers
again,
are the 8th seed, so what the hell's going on in that conference? You know what I mean?
well, that's what I said. The Saints beating the Buccaneers was actually huge than us beating the Saints because we're right back into it now. It's nuts.
Could be worse, you know?
I'll tell you what, though, what I'm very excited to see is our wide receiver core actually showed up this game.
Pretty much.
Kyle Pitts, honestly, he only had 2 big receptions, but they were receptions for 40 to 50-plus yards, which, again, I mean, I would like to see him used a little bit more, but I can't be mad for him getting 2 huge receptions like that. He's a tight end role. A lot of the times, tight ends only have those kind of little dump passes that kind of trot into something, but he's going out across the field super far, and again, getting 50-plus yard receptions. So he wasn't as huge as I wanted him to be in this game, but Zacchaeus made up for that. Zacchaeus had 2 touchdowns. He had a huge reception that, again, kind of sealed the deal for us because, again, if he didn't get that reception, then we probably wouldn't have won this game, to be honest. We'll get into more things that happen later in the video, but he showed up big. And Sharp, he showed up big too. Cordero Patterson still just amazes me with what he could do. In my opinion, he's the best player on the team right now. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He had a huge reception in the beginning in the first half, and then he literally at the end of the game, he's the reason why we won that game. We needed a field goal, and he took us there in our first play. That was huge. He got us on the Saints 11. And then later, right after that, we fumbled almost, and that would have been tragic, which I called. I told Joe, I was like, we should just kneel it out. Shouldn't even try to do it.
So I don't get Matt Ryan doesn't get sacked too much, does he?
No, not a ton.
I don't know what your offensive line's all about right now because you have no run game. But I don't know how bad your offensive line doesn't seem like the worst thing ever.
No, it's not. It's not the worst thing ever. I was going to basically look into that a little bit and say, because at the end, whenever we needed to make something happen, Matt Ryan got sacked twice. On second and third down. But again, I tried to put into account that the Saints are trying to win a ball game here. I mean, they need to also go out there and perform. So maybe it was just the Saints had that drive. They had that hunger right there, and that's would have enabled them to, get to the quarterback.
I feel like I've seen Matt Ryan like scramble more than often, yeah? Or no?
He kind of does that every once in a while. He ran more. He actually, took off.
Kind of shocks me.
Again, he had a touchdown, scrambling touchdown. He got, I think, 2 first downs scrambling. He doesn't do it in the most gracious way, but he does it.
Oh,
that's all that.
Love watching.
That's all that matters, to be honest.
Matt Ryan actually had like a really good game.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He threw for over 300 plus yards, I'm pretty sure.
I don't see it as often right now, but at the beginning of the year, it was all, Matt Ryan's washed up. Matt Ryan's washed up. And in my eyes, it's never been Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan has showed up this entire season. Yeah, exactly. It's never been Matt Ryan, in my opinion. So, again, like I said, I don't know how many years he has left. I think maybe like 2 or 3 years left with the Falcons. Mm-hmm. But right now, I don't see the problem being Matt Ryan. One thing that did kind of suck as well is we had a huge pass interference call that basically got the Saints into field goal range at least, which they ended up scoring on that drive. And then we had a roughing the passer call, which in my opinion was pretty BS, but that's just how the rules are set up. I hate that because the dude clearly jumped up. He tried to block the pass, came down to tackle him, and it hit his helmet and automatic first down, and that's what they...
That would have been a big sack. Wasn't that like third down
too?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that set up Alvin Kamara running on the, touchdown right there, which kind of... I don't know if that was the score that put them ahead or if there was one after that, but again, that's something that I feel like we need to kind of discipline ourselves on, but that happens. That happens in every game. You see that with every cornerback. They get beat off the corner. They have to do something to kind of help it, but yeah, Cordero Patterson, he got a huge catch. This game was all receiving for him. That's what the commentators are calling him, the Swiss Army knife, and he's literally that. He could do it all. And I love to see it, and hopefully, he kind of keeps through with this for the rest of the season, and hopefully if we keep him on the team next year, which we should, he does the same thing, and people don't, kind of figure him out. But in my opinion, he's the best player on our team right now. Teams can't seem to figure him out, which is amazing to hear. We don't really use him as a running back, unfortunately. But again, if he's going to get huge catches like that, I'll take it. Our run game this game was atrocious.
Pretty bad.
Yeah,
I don't know how many rushing yards we actually had.
But a lot.
Not good.
Again, I mean, if we could get it done in the air, sure. As long as we're not throwing picks and as long as we're not making stupid decisions, hey, I'm all for it. But
in the air and without Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's why I was super happy to see again. Like I said, the wide receiver showed up. I don't know if they're trying to do it for him, get out there. He's on the reserve list right now, so he's definitely going to be out at least 3 weeks. I don't know if he's going to come back this season or not. I kind of didn't expect him to come back this season, truthfully, whenever the whole statement came out. But I don't know. If we could, again, we're in the playoff contention right now, so if we could get him back in 3 to 5 games, I'd be super ecstatic about that. As long as he gets his head on right and, everything's fine with him and he's healthy mentally and physically, sure, bring him back in. But it's nice to see that we could get it done without him in case we do need to get it done without him.
What's this Falcons record right now?
They are 4-4, I believe. 4-3. Let me check.
Do they have the same record as the Saints right now?
The Saints are 6-3.
Lost 2 games or 3 games?
Well, now they've lost 3.
The Falcons are 4-4. The Saints are 5-3.
Who do the Saints or the Falcons play next week?
We play the Cowboys next week.
Ooh.
Which is going to be a tough game.
Well,
who knows?
Maybe.
Because
I know.
They're already coming in as 9-point underdogs. Surprisingly, even after what Dallas did this week. So
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, the spread doesn't make sense.
It makes sense.
Hey, Vegas knows. Vegas knows, though.
But, yeah, that's true. It's all set up. But, yeah, we'll see kind of what happened. Obviously, they lost the Broncos this past week. So we'll kind of see what happens. I don't know. I'm not expecting this win, but I didn't expect them to beat the Saints. So, who knows what could happen.
You got to be more happy about your team because none of us thought the Falcons were going to win. You didn't think the Falcons were going to win. They came in and they made it happen.
You're right. But, again, it's just with the previous things that have happened with blowing leads, having a 24-6 lead and then them coming back and winning 25-24, that's disheartening to watch.
Yeah.
That's disheartening to see.
Hey, but on paper, though, in the record book, it shows as a Falcons.
You're right. So. Like I said, they got the dub, but it makes me nervous seeing that this is a backup quarterback and they still were able to do this.
Yeah, I get it.
You're right. But I know, if the Steelers have an ugly win, if it's a win, I push all the ugly stuff away. I'm just happy.
Oh, believe me, I'm happy. Believe me, I'm ecstatic. But like I said, it makes me nervous. I don't know. I've been hurt too many times this season in the past years to kind of get super excited about this. But like you said, we're in the playoffs right now. That's another win under our belt. We're on to Dallas next. Or actually, I think that's a home game.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys could definitely make the playoffs because the teams below you suck. I mean, they really suck. I mean, the Panthers, sorry, but Vikings, Seahawks, Bears, Eagles, like all these teams underneath.
No, you're definitely right.
stink.
It's definitely doable. And
so what? You're saying the NFC is pretty top heavy with their like really good teams?
Yeah.
The NFC and the AFC are completely opposite.
top
The
you have
AFC is
the-
just all average teams. It seems like
AFC's pretty good in my opinion.
people are dumping on the AFC, saying
Beginning
they're
of the
trash.
season, but now you got Titans, Ravens, Chargers, Bills, Raiders, Steelers, Patriots, even Bengals. Some teams are kind of falling off, but Colts. I don't know. But yeah, NFC top heavy. Everyone below the Falcons, like I'm saying, they're not. Anybody can make it in.
Well, who's their top threat below the Falcons?
Panthers.
Wow.
They're the AC. Panthers are the AC right now.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
And they're gonna
Actually,
whole
who's
division
below the
of the
Panthers? The
AC,
Eagles.
yeah.
You said
Huh?
the Eagles.
Eagles are way down.
No,
Oh.
Vikings and Seahawks.
Oh, Vikings and Seahawks.
Yeah, it goes Vikings, Seahawks, 49ers, Bears,
Which
Eagles.
Russ coming back could potentially kind of
That's all I needed to hear.
hurt that a little bit, but we'll kind of see exactly what happens. I don't know.
Honestly.
just gotta stay tuned.
It's open.
Let's go
Yeah.
Giants.
But my favorite thing about a Falcons win is now watching Pizza's power rankings and seeing if they went up or not.
Heck out of here with that. I'm not looking forward to this next list. It's gonna suck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be absolutely awful with the week that happened here. Don't forget to check out our week recap. Speaking of that,
Yes, sir.
we go over all the teams. So if you're not a Falcon fan, if you're not a Steeler fan, if you're not a Saints fan, watch that and we will go over your team. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.